Good evening and welcome back to where shit bugger all happened. I'm lying again. How about that Thursday night football game? Dallas 41, Seattle 35. Oof. Offense on good display today. Excuse me. Ah, there's 14 games in the NHL today. 2 are left. Yes, 12 are done. I remember Calgary winning in overtime. I remember Edmonton beating Winnipeg. Sorry, Jets fans. Sorry, not sorry. How's that? And this thing is just a little more than an hour from December. And I get to crack open these advent calendars. Oh, that'll be some point tomorrow. I also start watching Mrs. Brown's Boys. 2 of my December traditions starting tomorrow. Yes. Earlier I mentioned a few things Casey Stengel said. How about some yogiisms? And I think there's a New York politician that saw him in his summer outfit. He says, "Geez, Yogi, you look pretty cool." Yogi Berra replies, "Thanks, you don't look so hot yourself." Yeah, he's the one who said it ain't over till it's over. I think he said 90% of baseball is physical, the other half is mental. He once said, "Nobody wants to show up to a baseball game. Nobody's gonna stop him." He even said, "I ain't say it. I haven't didn't say half the things I said." Ah, yes. So there's a few of them I can remember. Such an awkward, stocky catcher. He did things remarkably well. Played played catcher pretty, yeah. So yeah, of course it helps. He was on a pretty damn good Yankees team in the 40s, late 40s and early 50s. In fact, right into the 1960s. I don't know how long he played until. And then there's Red Barber, who invented had some of his own, made up some of his own little sayings, being from the South. Rhubarb, ducks on the pond, and it means runners on base. Sitting in a tall cotton. I think that's what he said. Yeah, then there's everybody knows Mr. October and remembers how we got the nickname. The 70, can't remember, 77 or 78 World Series. Game 6 was I think it was Game 6 in New York. 3 home runs on 3 consecutive pitches off of 3 different pitchers. That's how we got the nickname Mr. October. And then you talk to him after a game if it was on TV or whatever. He'd be talking like a normal conversation. He'd talk to you reverentially. Somebody will go along and start like he started coming off as this brash player. And he'd be telling you, "Yeah, I'll be talking right out of your hands, man. Stuff on camera. I'll show you how to talk on camera and whatever. Stuff like that. I'll have you eating out of your hands kind of thing." He was a pretty damn good player too. Started in Oakland, played with the Yankees, ended his career with the Angels. Whatever, what, what crazy, crazy thing though. He spent one season in Baltimore. One season in Baltimore. It looked weird in a Baltimore uniform, but there he was. There he was. And you could talk about players who look weird in another uniform. Boreas Salming, I think played 20 seasons in the NHL. His last, his last season was in Detroit after he spent all of his career in Toronto. That's another example. And there's Pete Rose. Majority of his career in Cincinnati. Spent a couple seasons in Philly. Spent a season in Montreal as well. Yeah, I'll mention Gary Carter. It wasn't strange seeing him in another uniform as Expos and Mets. Yeah, I think he announced he signed with Montreal in '93. Then announced it would be his last season. Last at bat at home. I think he got a double. Everybody knew it was his last at bat. Everybody in Montreal at the Big O, giving him a hand. Yeah, well, he was just kind of celebrating on the field a little bit, enjoying it. Yeah, that was a neat moment. So, uh, see who else looked weird in another uniform. Oh, good lord. Nothing off the top of my head right at the moment. So yeah, I just want to throw in a little Yogi Berra and whatever. So I'm gonna get off this. End this video before I kind of blank out and stop talking and just record for no reason at all. So in the meantime and in between time, stay tuned for the next one.